What's going on, future legends? Your boy LegendaryNow, back with some more Battleborn. New character, Alani. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. But like the other characters I showed, I'm gonna show you her abilities. I don't have her lore done because when she first came out, it kept resetting. So, well, she came out yesterday, but after you do the lore and you do a new mission, it resets. But they fixed it since then. And I'll go over her abilities. Osmosis. Successful hits with Torrent hone Alani's connection to the water, generating up to 3 osmosis stacks and increasing the healing power of Wellspring. Weapon, Torrent. Wait, that was Osmosis is her passive. Her weapon is Torrent. It's kind of similar to Orendi or Cleese. Alani hurls water boats using Keat, something like that. Her orders, martial art. Okay, her orders, martial art. Successful hits increase stacks of osmosis. I'll explain that. Oh, actually, they explained it up there. And it's real easy to fill up. A lot of people complain about that. Her talent is Wellspring. Envelops a single friendly target in water, healing them. If untargeted, Wellspring heals Alani for half the amount. Half the amount. Heal amount is increased by osmosis stacks. So the more osmosis you got, the more healing you can do. Because without it, her healing is worthless. It is like 53 at rank 15. And that's with healing power. Or 13% healing power, I think I got on her. Okay, she's a Eldritch supporter, healer, controller, complex. Her first skill, Riptide, hurls a wave that deals 67 damage, pushes away enemies, and leaves a trail of water that hastens allies. Riptide's trail of water lasts for 3 seconds. Skill number 2 is Geyser. Alani causes a groundswell to erupt at a target location, knocking enemies into the air, dealing 134 damage and binding them for 1 second. Ultimate Emergence. Her ultimate is called Emergence. Marks a target enemy or location, summoning a water dragon that deals up to 167 damage and 251 damage over 4 seconds to enemies caught in its wake. And this is my favorite skin, even though a lot of stuff don't work on her other skins, like effects and stuff. I guess I can show you that real quick. Like, just look at this.
I am ready.
Okay, you see it's just normal. But if you go to her original skin and do it,
Roaring River.
she lights up. And that's even with this one too.
No match for my 7 storms
She lights
technique.
up. I'll go back to this one. If it's any skin other than the original, it doesn't light up. I don't think this one does anything special, but let's go to her Helix. She got the Running River, it's her left side, and Stormy Seas is the right. Soothing Mist, Riptides pulls heal friendly targets over time, plus 51 health per second. Splash Zone, nearby allies are healed when Geyser erupts. I usually use that just because it's just a burst and it helps out melee people a lot because they're all up on the enemy, so I just toss it out there and it heals them. Diffusion, Torrent projectiles bounce between enemies bound by Geyser. I really didn't notice this too much, but I only used it a couple times. I usually use this surface tension. One target hit by Geyser will take additional damage, and all damage to that target deals damage to nearby enemies. And sometimes they get in a bubble, and I rarely see it though now. I haven't seen it in the past 6-7 games. But when I first started playing with it, like smaller characters would get into a bubble and then they'll come down. I have no clue what it does. I'm guessing it's from that, but I think I saw it in diffusion too. But I think it's just probably a glitch effect or something. Okay, the next line is white water. Increase the attack speed of the torrent. I never really used that. Accidentally used kinetic diffusion, which, oh yeah, she's a very slow character. I was like, I don't believe it that she's this slow. But let's see, we got kinetic diffusion at maximum osmosis stacks. Alani moves faster, plus 30% move speed. Go with the flow. Torrent reduces the cooldowns of all skills on every hit. 0.5 seconds cooldown time. That is amazing. That's the one I always use. Go with the flow. It's not a must, but it's a must. I'm just gonna say that. Wet blanket. Riptide slows enemies that are hit by it. I used that one. I didn't have the middle one, because the middle one is where it's at. Wave shot. Riptide pulls burst and deal damage over time to enemies standing inside the radius, plus 81 damage per second. That's good. That's where she get a lot of her damage from. Riptide wave. Alani rides. I haven't used this yet, but I'm gonna use it just to see what it looks like. She rides the wave, launching her forward along its path. And then we got the Karaka Fruit Express. Obtaining osmosis stacks temporarily increases Alani's torrent damage, plus 15 damage for 3 seconds. I used that once, really didn't notice too much of a difference. That Extreme Mofile increases the maximum osmosis healing bonus, but reduces the minimum osmosis healing damage to 0. Full Saturation. Healing with maximum osmosis stacks reduces the amount of damage that the target takes. It says 100% there, but it's really 30%. Like when you're in the game, it turns to 30%. Because 100% is ridiculous. Like, you're not taking no damage. Channeling Geyser generates 1 stack of osmosis per enemy knocked into the air. I usually use that because that's the one I use for healing, so I use that a lot of times. Refresher. Moving through Riptide pools generate osmosis over time. I really don't be in the pool, so that's why I don't use that. Pressure Wash. Torrent projectiles travel farther and generate osmosis stacks. I used to use that, but the stacks come already so fast, I really didn't need that, so I use Overflow. Increase the minimum healing amount from Wellspring, plus 15% increased heal amount. That's the one I use to get more healing. Aquafire reduces geyser eruption time minus 30%. I used to use that one, but now I just go for the damage with pressure valve. Geyser deals increased damage to enemies 15% plus 15% damage increase. And then you got Trustworthy. I think this area effect, it seemed like it dealt more with healing than anything, because the geyser was still small, but it's just like an aura around the geyser. So I'm guessing it's that, like, you don't have to be so close to it. But I go with pressure valve, or the Aquafire, because then it explodes instantly, or not instantly, but it's pretty much instantly. Stagnant pools increase the duration of Riptide's trail of water, plus 3 seconds duration. That's a must for me, because mixed with the Wave Shock, it stands out to her for 6 seconds instead of just 3, which might not seem like a lot of time, but it does a lot. Waterproof increases the distance Riptide travels. Haven't used this one at all. Plus 50% increased distance. Now this one really depends on what you want to do. for her ultimate. I usually go undertow if I'm like just going for damage, DPS route, or you just crowd control, period, slow enemies down. But if I'm playing with people I know can't heal themselves, I would use Deep Song, just so everyone gets some heals in. Transpiration. Casting emergence resets all other skills cooldowns. That one's alright, but your cooldown every time you hit someone, if you pick that skill, every time you hit someone, it goes down 0.5%. So that one's really not needed, but you can use it. Let's see, go to taunts.
Take a shot. Let's speed up the cycle.
And costumes. I got her at rank 14. I'm almost 15. I like majority of course. I don't like the pink one. The green one looks nice. I really don't like green, but it looks nice with her skin tone. This is my favorite one so far. The original one's pretty good, of course, because it got the most detail and stuff in it. And then I always like the black and purple one. It's just mainly the black stuff. It could be black and red, and I like it. This one's cool. I don't really like it with her skin, but I like the outfit, the color. I always like this one, the one that fades from kind of light orange to dark orange. Her lore, I don't really have none unlocked. Almost got her audio unlocked. Need one more 800 plus heal, then we'll be good on that. Now I'm gonna show you what gear I use for her. I got Dr. Fist's medic bag. It's 13.18% heal power plus 198 health, maximum health, and its special skill is healing an ally who has full health stacks plus 53 maximum health on that ally. It's a maximum of 5 stacks. This one's kind of weird because it also affects you, but I noticed that it don't say time on there, but it's kind of timed. Like if you let it sit for a couple seconds, your health will start going down. So I don't know if that happens to the people I heal. If so, they should tell me on here that it's a time limit. So that needs to be fixed if that's what's happening. And I use the plasmite transducer plus 5.60 or 5.60% damage reduction. Second one don't really matter. The plus 28%, or no, just plus 28 shield recharge per second. She don't have a shield. And then I use this one for the shards. Gain shards equal to 25% of damage taken. You'll get shards like crazy. I usually in like each game with over 100,000, or it's 100,000, over 10,000. It's usually about 15,000. And then we got this eviscerating ability catalyst. It's plus 7% skill damage and plus 5.6% attack speed. I'm still looking for something else to use with her, but I just put this one in place for now. And this is my build for her. And after I do some gameplay of Galt and Reyna, I'll do gameplay of her. I'm just gonna go in order. I think who did I upload first? Galt. I'm gonna do Galt gameplay, then Reyna, then I'm gonna do Alani's gameplay using the build that I said I use. And that's thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, if it was helpful to you, please like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like the video and it was not helpful to you, like, share, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comment box below. And keep it real, make it legendary.